What if I told you that these small $1 coins, the ones most people ignore, could be worth far more than their face value? At first glance, they look completely ordinary. Just simple dollar coins with an eagle on the back and a portrait on the front. But hidden within these coins are small mint marks, tiny letters like P and D, and those small details can make a massive difference. Some rare varieties of these dollar coins have shocked collectors. In high grades, certain examples have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auction. And here's the interesting part. The difference between a common coin and a valuable one can come down to one small design detail. A slightly different rim, a sharper strike, a higher grade. So today we're going to reveal the full information, the rare varieties, the mint mark differences, and the real market value of these dollar coins. Make sure you watch until the end, because one tiny detail could turn an ordinary dollar into a serious collector's prize. Let's get started.
The 1979 D$1 United States coin is officially known as the Susan B. Anthony dollar, a historic American coin because it was the first time a real woman was featured on a circulating U.S. coin. The D mint mark on your coin means it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the main production facilities of the United States Mint. The mint mark D appears on the front of the coin just above the date 1979. This small letter identifies where the coin was produced. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was introduced in 1979 to replace the large Eisenhower dollar. The goal was to create a smaller, lighter dollar coin that would be easier to use in daily transactions and in vending machines. However, the coin was very similar in size and color to the quarter dollar, which caused confusion among the public. Because of the similarity, many people did not like using it, and it never became very popular in circulation. As a result, millions of coins were stored in government vaults or saved by collectors. The front of the 1979 D dollar shows a right-facing portrait of Susan B. Anthony, who was a leader in the women's suffrage movement in the United States during the 19th century. She fought for women's right to vote and equal rights. Around her portrait, you will see the words liberty at the top, and I in God we trust near the right side. The date 1979 appears at the bottom, and the small D mint mark is placed just above the date. The design was created by Frank Gasparo, who was the chief engraver of the United States Mint at that time. The reverse of the coin shows an eagle landing on the moon while holding an olive branch. This design was adapted from the Apollo 11 mission insignia, honoring America's first manned moon landing. Around the eagle are the words United States of America and $1. The motto E pluribus unum is also included. The edge of the coin is reeded, meaning it has small vertical grooves around it. The 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar is made of copper-nickel clad composition. This means it has outer layers of copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. It weighs approximately 8.1 grams and has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters. It is not made of silver, so it does not have precious metal value. Its value depends entirely on condition and collector demand. In terms of mintage, the Denver Mint produced approximately 288,015,744 coins in 1979. Because this number is very high, the coin is considered common. Most examples found in circulation today are worth only face value, which is $1. In circulated condition, where the coin shows visible wear, scratches, and dull surfaces, the value is typically between $1 and $2. Many coin dealers will pay only face value for heavily worn examples. In uncirculated condition, where the coin shows no wear and still has original mint luster, the value can increase slightly. Coins graded MS-60 to MS-63 may sell for $3 to $6 depending on quality. Coins graded MS-64 may sell for around $6 to $10. Higher grade examples such as MS-65 may reach $10 to $20. Very high grade coins such as MS-66 or MS-67 especially if certified by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, can sometimes sell for $40 to $150 or more, depending on market demand and eye appeal. These high-grade examples are harder to find because many coins were stored in bags and developed contact marks. There are no major famous varieties for the 1979 D issue like the wide rim variety found in some 1979 P coins. However, collectors still look for strong strike quality, clean surfaces, and full detail in Susan B., Anthony's hair, and the eagle's feathers. Mint errors can increase the value significantly. Examples include off-center strikes, double strikes, clip planchets, die cracks, and other production mistakes. Minor errors may add $20 to $50 in value, while major dramatic errors can sell for $100 to several $100s, depending on the type and condition. The historical importance of the 1979 D-dollar lies mainly in its role as the first circulating U.S. coin to honor a real woman and in its place in American coinage history. Although it was not popular with the public, it remains an important collectible for modern coin collectors. Production of the Susan B. Anthony dollar continued through 1980 and 1981, then stopped due to low demand, and briefly resumed again in 1999 before being replaced by the Sacagawea dollar in 2000. If your 1979 D-dollar coin is shiny, bright, and shows no signs of wear, it may be worth more than face value. If it is worn and scratched from circulation, its value is usually close to $1. Cleaning the coin is not recommended because cleaning can reduce its collector value. The best way to determine higher value is to examine its condition carefully or have it graded by a professional service. Overall, the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony $1 coin is common in the market, historically significant, and usually worth face value unless it is in exceptional condition or has a significant mint error. You're talking about the 1980 D$1 United States coin. Then in 1980, the U.S. Mint was producing the Susan B. Anthony dollar series. There was no Eisenhower dollar made in 1980, so the 1980 D$1 coin is the Susan B. Anthony type. The D mint mark means it was struck at the Denver Mint. The obverse front of the coin features Susan B. Anthony, a famous women's rights leader in American history. The design was created by chief engraver Frank Gasparo. Around her portrait, you will see the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date 1980. The mint mark D appears just above the date. The reverse, back, shows an eagle landing on the moon, a design adapted from the Apollo 11 mission insignia. Around the reverse, you will see United States of America and $1. The 1980 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar was minted in large numbers. Approximately 41,628,708 coins were produced at the Denver Mint. Because of this high mintage, the coin is very common in circulated condition. Most examples found in pocket change or bankrolls are worth only face value, which is $1. In circulated condition, used coins with wear, the value is typically $1 to $2 depending on condition. In uncirculated condition, no wear, original mint luster, the value can range from $3 to $6 for typical mint state grades like MS63 or MS64. Higher grade coins such as MS65 may sell for $10 to $20 depending on eye appeal and certification. Extremely high grades like MS66 or MS67, if certified by companies such as PCGS or NGC, can sell for $50 to $150 or more, but these are much harder to find. There are no major rare varieties for the 1980 D-dollar like the famous 1979 P wide rim variety. However, collectors sometimes look for strong strike quality, clean surfaces, and full detail in the hair and eagle feathers. Errors such as off-center strikes, double strikes, clip planchets, or major die cracks can increase value significantly, sometimes from $50 to several $100s depending on the error type and condition. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel-clad outer layer bonded to a pure copper core. It weighs 8.1 grams and has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters. The edge is reeded. Because of its similar size and color to the $quarter, the Susan B. Anthony dollar was unpopular with the public and was often confused with quarters, which is one reason it did not circulate widely. If your 1980 D-dollar coin is shiny and looks brand new, it may be uncirculated and slightly more valuable than face value. If it has heavy scratches, dull color, or clear where on Susan B. Anthony's hair and cheek, it is considered circulated and usually worth just $1. If you believe your coin is in exceptional condition, having it graded by a professional grading service could increase its market value. The 1979 P$1 coin of the United States is known as the Susan B. Anthony dollar, the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical woman rather than a symbolic figure. It was issued by the United States Mint, and the P Mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Before 1979, U.S. dollar coins were much larger, such as the Eisenhower dollar. But in 1979, the Mint introduced this smaller dollar to reduce production costs and make the coin more practical for everyday transactions. However, despite good intentions, the coin was not widely accepted by the public because it closely resembled a quarter in size and color, which caused confusion in circulation. The obverse of the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar features a right-facing portrait of Susan B. Anthony, a leading figure in the women's suffrage movement in the United States. She played a major role in the fight for women's right to vote in the 19th century. The design was created by chief engraver Frank Gasparo. Around the portrait, you will see the inscriptions Liberty at the top, In God We Trust the Right, and the date 1979 at the bottom. The mint mark P appears just above the date. This was also the first time in U.S. history that the Philadelphia Mint placed a P mint mark on a regular circulating coin, which makes it historically significant. The reverse design shows an eagle landing on the surface of the moon, holding an olive branch. This design was adapted from the Apollo 11 mission insignia, honoring the first manned moon landing in 1969. Around the reverse edge are the words United States of America and $1, along with the motto E Pluribus Unum. The edge of the coin is reeded. The coin has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters and weighs 8.1 grams. It is composed of copper-nickel clad, meaning it has outer layers of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core. It is not made of silver, so it has no intrinsic precious metal value. In terms of mintage, the 1979 P-dollar had a very high production number. Approximately 360,222,000 business strike coins were produced in Philadelphia, making it very common. Because of this large mintage, most circulated examples are only worth face value, which is $1 in average circulated condition. The value usually ranges from $1 to $2 depending on demand and condition. Coins that show heavy wear, scratches, or discoloration generally stay close to face value. However, there is an important variety that collectors look for in the 1979 P issue. Early in production, some coins were struck with what is known as the wide rim or near date variety. On these coins, the date appears close to the rim, and the rim is thicker, almost touching the numbers in the date. The more common version is the narrow rim or far date, where there's a visible gap between the rim and the date. The wide rim variety is scarcer and more desirable. In circulated condition, a 1979 P wide rim may sell for $5 to $15. In uncirculated condition, especially in higher mint state grades like MS65 or above, it can bring $30 to $100 or more depending on eye appeal and certification. Uncirculated regular 1979 P dollars narrow rim typically sell for $3 to $6 in MS63 or MS64 condition. Higher grades such as MS65 may reach $10 to $20. Very high grade coins such as MS66 or MS67, especially those certified by major grading services like PCGS or NGC, can sell for $50 to several $100s, particularly if they have exceptional luster and minimal contact marks. High-grade examples are difficult to find because these coins were often stored in bags where they scratched each other. There were also proof versions struck in San Francisco with an S mint mark, but those are different from the 1979 P business strike coin. The proof coins were specially made for collectors with mirror-like surfaces and sharper details. The 1979 P coin you are asking about is a regular circulation strike, unless it has special characteristics. Error coins from 1979 P can sometimes be valuable. Examples include off-center strikes, clip planchets, double strikes, die cracks, and other minting mistakes. The value of an error coin depends on the type and severity of the error. Minor errors may add $10 to $50 in value, while dramatic errors can sell for $100 or more. Authentication by a reputable grading company increases buyer confidence and market price. Historically, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar represents an important moment in U.S. coinage because it honored women's contributions to American history. Despite its historical importance, it was not popular in circulation and was often confused with quarters. Production continued through 1980 and 1981, then stopped due to low demand, and briefly resumed in 1999 before being replaced by the Sacagawea dollar in 2000. If you own a 1979 P dollar coin, its value depends mainly on three factors: condition, variety, wide rim or narrow rim, and whether it has any significant mint errors. Most circulated coins are worth only $1. Uncirculated examples may bring a small premium. The wide rim variety and high-grade certified coins are the most valuable among standard issues. Cleaning the coin is not recommended because cleaning can reduce its value significantly. Overall, the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is a common but historically meaningful U.S. coin. While most examples are not rare, certain varieties and high-grade specimens can carry collector premiums. If you believe your coin is in excellent condition or might be a wide rim variety, a close inspection or professional grading may help determine its exact market value.